Welcome again to The Inside. This is Brian Weatherden at GuaranteedIncomeForLife.ca and author of the book A Lifetime of Wealth and How Not to Lose It. And we're now at mistake number 9. You are awesome. And obviously you want to have secure wealth for the entirety of your life, probably also for your estate. Now this section is called Estate Planning by Accident. And what I want to capture here is, like many of these modules, there's really 2 mistakes hiding in this section. And whether you're here on the website or you're following in the book, really estate planning by accident captures what somebody did up as a cartoon. There's this person in it seems like a hospital bed, possibly in the hospital, wife and children beside his side, maybe it's his daughter and grandchildren at his side, and he suddenly sits up bolt upright and says, I've forgotten what I want to be remembered for. So that kind of highlights some of the risk of not really doing estate planning. You know, I hear that even 70% of lawyers have never done their estate planning. I mean, a lot of people don't do it. The courts are full of family circumstances where the estate planning wasn't done, or where it was complicated by subsequent events, or where there was conflict that arose after all this was said and done. So I want to highlight 2 things right off the bat, then you can go to the learning module in the book or in the website here. One issue is the actual stuff, technical term, stuff you own, okay? It can be home, it can be cottage, it can be business assets, it can be investment assets. Some of them can be tax sheltered, some of them are not tax sheltered. They can be in your country, some can be outside of your country. They can be insured assets. They can be all kinds of things, pooled and other things. And you know, is this set up in your will? Have your wills been set up properly? Have you maybe set up multiple wills to cover different kinds of things and perhaps avoid different kinds of fees, if that is legal in your administration where you live? Have you set up trusts? Where I live, trusts are too often ignored, never done. Some parts of the world, I think they're terribly overused. But have you talked about these things with an estate lawyer as part of your stewardship team, as I've said in some of the other modules here, to have a stewardship team? Well, to have the stuff properly taken care of is vital, knowing that some of these things may flow directly to your family through a beneficiary status, and some of them will be dealt with directly through your estate and through the will and so on, and into your trusts. The other thing is to avoid conflict. I mean, too many people have died without ever talking with their family. They haven't talked with their spouse. They haven't discussed these things with their children. Sometimes a family doesn't even know if there's a will. Maybe the will was done in 1973, and everything has changed since then. Oftentimes there can be a will, there can be trusts, but you know, there's family conflict because there's a remarriage. The children of the prior marriage say this or that or the other thing. Sometimes you left the house to the wife, the new wife. You left tax-sheltered assets to the children or grandchildren. The tax that hits on your death, maybe your spouse, you know, the newer spouse, has to pay the tax and ends up losing the house. There's a lot of conflict in this area. So what I want to share with you, don't do your estate planning by accident, but also don't just leave it in a drawer somewhere. This is something you need to discuss with your family, with your spouse, your children, maybe your grandchildren. Have conversations so people know what to expect. If there's going to be disagreement, get that out in the open while you're still alive. If people need a reason, tell them what the reason is. You know, don't leave it up to chance. Too much is at risk. Too much is the cost of leaving your estate silent or up to accident. This is Brian Weatherden, the author, the founder of Guaranteed Income for Life, and the author of A Lifetime of Wealth and How Not to Lose It. And I wish you an awesome day. And please tell me how this information is helping you. I look forward to hearing from you.